Welcome to Dreams Inspire Reality Podcast with Tara Darnley, a podcast for creatives looking to turn their dreams into reality with practical strategic steps from everyday people and entrepreneurs who are living their best lives possible. Dreams inspire reality. Turn your dreams into reality.
Hello, dreamers. I am so excited about today's podcast with my dear friend Sherrill Mosee, inventor and designer of MinkeeBlue, set out to solve a problem she calls the overload bag syndrome. Sherrill carried 2 or 3 bags to work, a purse, a laptop, a lunch bag, and sometimes shoes in her purse. She wanted to create an organizational fashion bag for busy women whose role changed throughout the day. I love Sherrill. I love her brand. I love her products, and I love her. She's such an amazing entrepreneur. Welcome, Sherrill. How are you?
I'm wonderful, and thank you so much, and I love you. Hugs and kisses. We have to get together soon, but thank you so much for inviting me to be on your podcast.
Of course, anytime. So I'm going to jump right into it. And one of the questions I ask all my entrepreneurs, are you living your dream?
I absolutely am. I certainly am.
And what does your dream look like? What is your dream to you right now?
Well, what that looks like is, moving past the fears of starting something new. First of all, coming up with an idea and believing that you can actually bring that idea to life. But even before that, you have to move past the fears and all of the noise around you. So living the dream is getting through a lot of stuff that will hold us back. And so once we get past that, you're able to live the dream. So I'm living my dream. It was an idea that I thought of, and I believed I could do it. And so now I'm doing it.
And can you share with us a little bit from idea and concept to like actually getting your products out there in the market, being seen on amazing platforms and all these amazing opportunities that you have? And I'll let you expound on that a little bit more. Like, how was that process for you?
It's tough. I think, just like I just said, it's moving past the fears. So a lot of times we'll come up with an idea and we may not have the experience or the background in it. So there's a lot of doubt at first. Can I do this? I don't know anything about this industry, or I don't have the money. I don't have the resources. And sometimes you just really, for me, I just took it step by step. There's a lot of times when we think about all of the things that we have to do and the money and the resources and not having experiences, as soon as we think about those big things, then we won't do it. But for me, what I did, I said, okay, what can I do right now and get it done? Like, what can I really do? And that first step was Google. I just started researching stuff and trying to figure things out and then taking it one step at a time.
I love that you did not allow fear to hold you back, and, you were able to execute your idea into becoming a reality and, being in stores and just being seen around the world. Tell us a little bit about some of the obstacles you faced when, starting the process, finding a manufacturer. Like, how were you able to vet good manufacturers and finding the good people to build your team to where it is right now?
Yeah, so I design organizational travel and work bags. And so, now I do, but I didn't have any experience in fashion design or merchandising or manufacturing. So that whole idea about how do I get this made? Where do I go? And initially I started researching some U.S. manufacturers and went to visit a couple in New York. And unfortunately, just to make a sample was just very expensive. And then learning the process of manufacturing, production, it was just going to be too expensive. And as a startup, a small business, I didn't have the funds to be able to, number one, do a very expensive sample, and then number two, go into production that was going to cost a lot of money. And I would have to price my bag at a very high price bag, and I just couldn't afford it. So I wouldn't be able to do it. So someone told me about a manufacturer overseas that was, of course, very scary because, it's your needle in a haystack when you're looking for manufacturers overseas. And so I went on the recommendation of someone, and that's how I found my first manufacturer.
You took a risk and here you are today. So even though your product was on the iron side, like how were you able to find your target audience and price your product accordingly so you were able to profit?
Yeah, so my target audience, I am my target audience. I designed my bag based on a problem I saw, a need, and address that problem. And so me as a target audience, I'm a businesswoman. I was going to work carrying 2 or 3 bags. I was commuting on the train. So I had my purse, my lunch bag, my laptop bag, or either sometimes I would take my shoes and put it in one of those plastic grocery bags and put it in a bag. So I just wanted one bag where I can organize and separate items in it and still be stylish. And so as a commuter or a businesswoman who just had a lot of things going on, maybe going to the gym after work and not wanting to have to carry an extra gym bag and things like that, I thought that there were other women like me, and I would definitely see women carrying 2 or 3 bags. I was like, I think, people would want this bag. And so I am my target market. And I think that's a great place to start, is that when you have a problem yourself or you going through something, that you understand the problem. And so you can better suit that need, as opposed to trying to figure out something that you know nothing about and trying to go that route. So that's how I found my target market.
How were you able to secure funding?
Oh, boy. So I have actually been approached by an angel investor to invest in my business. It was early on. I did not accept for a couple of reasons, but the money that we used really was family money. My husband and I put money into the business, and also my sister helped. So I didn't accept an investor early on because I was still trying to figure out the business, figure out which way I wanted to go. And I just felt that I needed to understand how I was going to make the business work. And so now that it's been a couple of years, I'm wavering on the possibility. I'm thinking about it, but I'm not sure if I want to get an investor at this time. But as I grow my business, I think that, I may need to do that. There's a lot going on, and I just don't have the funds to do everything that I want to do. So I'm still thinking about it. For now, it's been family believing in the business and investing in the business.
That's a great point that you brought up. I think so often we forget what exactly investor is. You're just really seeking funding from that person. So I love that you were able to get funding from your family, because too often we forget about our family because we think about family or friends or just someone who strongly believes in your product, your idea, your vision, whatever it is, that will help you to get to the next level. And sometimes all you really need to do is ask. Like, I know for us, we use some of our savings. We use our parents. Our parents invested in our business, and they still do. They still believe in us so much so that they invest in our business. So I think that was an awesome point that you brought up, because too often we forget to ask from investors right there in front of us, our families. So that was awesome. How are you marketing right now? Like, how are you getting your products out there to your customers? What are some of the techniques you're using to market your product?
Yeah, so I want to answer that, but I want to finish off this investment thing too. So if you do, family is great, but if you get to the point where you do need an outside investor, you will want to find somebody that's not only going to give you money, but that's going to, help you with different resources in their network. So because you're going to need that, because having money is good, but you still need the resources and the network. So you got to find the right partner that's really going to work with you and not just give you money. So add that point onto it. But yeah. So as far as marketing, well, because of my wonderful friend and my relationship with Tara, she's been helping me see the importance of doing Facebook ads. We're going to be doing Amazon. So I think, collaboratively working with other people that are entrepreneurs, you have been wonderful in helping me to think of ways of promoting the bags. And I'm really grateful about you telling me about, the Facebook and the other ways of promoting the bag, which is in the magazine, the holiday magazine. So I think it's good to be involved in other networks where people are helping each other promote the product and finding different media streams where you can promote and sharing the information. So yeah, that's been really good. So thank you so much for doing that.
Of course. If I win, we all win. If you win, we all win.
Yeah.
There's enough for us all. I love it. Did you ever dream you would be where you are today in business?
Shucks, I was so dreaming that I would be at this place kind of like 2 years ago. I'm glad we're finally getting here because I was hoping I would have been here, but I'm good. You have to keep the vision alive, like where you want to go. You have to know where you want to go. So yeah, I think it's kind of late, but I'm glad I'm here and I see in front of me, I can see vision in front of me about where I want to go. And you have to keep that alive because that motivates you to keep going.
I'm happy you mentioned that because so often we just think, overnight success because that's what we see most. We see overnight success. And I've known you for, I think about 3 years now.
Yeah.
Years now. And Sherill is like a great friend. Like we literally talk almost every week and we bounce ideas off each other. And it's just one of those, I think it's so important to have someone, a business friend that you can just share your wins with, share your failures with, and just have that person to motivate you. And I love that she shared that, she expected this, what she's witnessing now, it's, a couple years ago, but she's still grateful for the journey because the journey teaches us so many lessons. Tell us some of the lessons that you were able to learn along this journey, getting your product on QVC and, all these wonderful opportunities that are now coming to you, working with all different types of organizations all across the world and just really establishing yourself as a brand. Just tell us a bit about that journey.
Yeah, what I've learned, I just mentioned that I wanted where I am today to happen 2 years ago. But what I learned in this process over the couple of years is that you have to have patience because, and what you just mentioned, things are not going to happen overnight. You have to build relationships and establish friendships and have networks and things aren't going to happen overnight. It's like me introducing my product to a big store. Actually, it's like what's happening now. You have to build your brand. You can't expect to put your product out one day and sell, 10,000 in that day or in that week. It takes time. You have to build a brand. So when I introduce my brand to a company that I think would be a good fit, it's not going to happen that one time. They want to make sure you're going to be around for a while. They want to know what your progress has been. So they want to get to know you. And that's the same thing with an investor. If you go to an investor, they're not going to give you the money the first time you ask. They want to build a relationship with you. And so all of that is about having patience and building your business and building your brand and building relationships because people want to get to know you. Are you for real? Are you going to be around 2 years from now? Or is this something that you just came up with and you're just trying to make it work? So it's patience that's going to build your business, perseverance, the hustle and staying in there and making it work. And people will see that and recognize that and see how hard you're working and you've been grinding for 2, 3, 4 years. Okay, now I think you're ready so that I can give you this order. Man, that was good. I like that myself. I like what I said.
Trust me, when I like, that's why I love this podcast because as I'm talking to you guys, I'm learning so much myself and I'm taking notes too. So I hope our audience is really taking notes because these are like really on the grind tips like that we're really out here and no one is really sharing the struggles and the drive needed to endure being an entrepreneur. It's not for the faint of heart. So I definitely appreciate you sharing those nuggets. I'm going to dive into like automation because automation seems to be a huge thing right now. What are some of the things that you've automated in your business life?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to go back to you because you teach me and so much research and groundwork and you stay connected to people and what's new and what's hot. But, the automated emails, even with your shopping platform, how you can automate a lot of things on that, the newsletters, because we're so busy and it's just one or two people running the business, you have to see where you can automate as much as you can. And I'm still learning about it. So much out there, so I'm still learning about it. But I have you to tell me, oh, Sherrill, you should try this. And I learned about this new platform, and I love that. I love that you're so willing to share and help me out.
Sharing is caring.
Yeah, absolutely. I love it.
I love it. And you just recently moved to a new space, which I love, and I can't wait to visit you. And
yes,
you are working and doing some incredible things. You're working with high school students. Can you tell us a little bit about that and how that ties into your business and your mission?
Right. Yeah. I'm a part of this amazing program at a high school. It's called the String Theory Schools in Philadelphia. And it's a charter school, but the co-founder is very techy, very entrepreneurial. And he came up with the idea for a new learning environment for students, or a new way of learning. And so in the building, it's a beautiful building. It used to be a pharmaceutical company, and they moved out of the city. And so the charter school bought the building. So a very state-of-the-art building. And he came up with the idea to put small businesses and entrepreneurs on the top floor of the building. And as a part of the program, the high school students who are interested in entrepreneurship or doing projects, or maybe want an internship before they graduate from high school, they get to intern with the small businesses in the building. And so they get experience even before they graduate from high school. They work on different projects for us. And so all of this happens within the same building. The students never have to leave the building. We, as entrepreneurs, get the resources of the students and everything that the school has to offer, and there's no charge. So it's wonderful. I love it. I love working with the students. I love being in my co-working space, and it's a win-win for the students and the businesses. So it's just absolutely great.
I was just going to say that. That just sounds like a fantastic opportunity for both parties.
Yeah. So when you come into Philly,
we're trying to come down to Philly. Don't worry, I'll ship to you first. I'll ship the kit.
Okay. All right.
We definitely will visit you. We're going to move into some fun questions. Who's your favorite entrepreneur?
Oh my gosh, I wasn't expecting that. Wow. I haven't really thought about that. Right now, I'm going to say it's you, because I admire you for your hustle. I mean, you're married with 2 kids. You're doing a wonderful job. You took that business from nothing and you've grown it internationally. You're so giving of your time and your resources, and you're somebody I know. I mean, I could say I admire people, but I don't know them. I've never met them. You and I have talked, we have met, and you're just a giving person. So right now you are my person.
And you mine. I love you. I love you. Honestly, I do.
Love you too.
Rare to find people like you. What was the last book you read?
Oh, shucks. I skimmed through a lot of stuff, and I read a lot of stuff on Google. Probably the last book I probably read is not related to entrepreneurship, because I try to give myself, I need a break. Like, I work all the time and I need an outlet. I need to think differently. I need to entertain myself differently. So I've been reading this series, and I can't even think of the name of it, but it's related to the Bible. It's a series. It's just a novel, and it's really good to give myself a break, because I work all the time. I'm sleeping. I'm thinking about business. So you need an outlet. Although I read entrepreneurship books about business and things like that, I also enjoy reading other things just to give my mind a break.
And that's such a good point, because I've never heard that perspective. But it's a great one. Like, you really need outlets to just unplug. And I definitely need that, because like you said, I breathe entrepreneurship. I breathe this business, because I really want it to be something for, our family. So I know that hustle of just wanting to get your business there. But I love outlet is just reading a book unrelated to business. That's actually great advice.
Mm-hmm.
What is your latest business win?
I have a couple of them. I'm now working with HSN, Home Shopping Network, designing a line of bags to sell on HSN. I'm also invited to Target headquarters to talk to them about MinkeeBlue or to showcase MinkeeBlue. So I'm excited about that. And I have a few other things that are going on. So this is a good time for me. So I'm really excited about everything.
Yay. And I'm super excited for you as well, because I've literally watched you just grinding for all of this. So I'm so happy that you're just experienced all this blessing, which you so deserve. And which leads me into something else that we are probably going to have to do another podcast on. And that's something I see discussed a lot, just collaboration, how to find someone to collaborate with in business. And so I think we'll definitely have to invite you back on to talk about that, because we have something amazing coming down the pipeline, and we need to share with folks how we got it done. So what were some of the steps that we took and why we chose to do it? So I'm definitely going to have you back on in the coming weeks, and I hope you'll find some time for me.
Absolutely. Always time for you, girl.
So please let the audience know where they can find you.
Yeah, so my website is MinkeeBlue. That's MIN as in Nancy, KEE, blue.com, MinkeeBlue.com, MINKEE blue.com.
And that's the same for all social media, guys. So be sure to follow Sherill and head on over to her website. For you working ladies, she has some amazing design. I have them. They are so amazing, especially if you have kids. I know she always tells me it's not really for that, but I use it for my kids. And we travel a lot. So it's definitely been amazing to just support this woman who's amazing and who's doing incredible things in our community. So definitely check her out. I am so honored that you chose to come share some nuggets with us today. And I hope you dreamers that are listening, these nuggets were well received and you're going to take them and execute. See you guys next time. Hey guys, let's give a quick thanks to our sponsor, Dreams Inspire Reality. Are you unsure of the steps needed to turn your dreams into reality? Have you been sitting on that product idea and not sure how to bring it to market? We've successfully launched tons of products and distribute all over the globe. Let us help you get unstuck and take your idea to market with strategic advice and practical steps. Schedule a consultation today at dreamsinspirereality.com.
Dreams inspire